man, what the do y'all know about sports?
You are now listening to the Best Damn Sports Podcast. Period. Welcome back, everyone, to the What Do Women Know About Sports Podcast. I am Bree Nicole.
And I'm Vicky D.
What's up?
What's going on?
You know, it's another week.
Another Corona field.
It's always Corona at this point. I feel like our new normal is going to be us having to wear masks.
Pretty much.
Like how when you leave the house and be like, oh, shoot, my keys. You gotta be like, oh, my mask. That's so tacky. And the mask is so hard to breathe in. But please wear it.
Right. No excuses.
No excuses. Wear your mask. That's it. That's all. Because, listen, I don't want to be in no entanglements with people. Okay?
Speaking of entanglements.
Shout out to Jada and Will.
Should we delve on that just a tiny bit?
Listen, if you have not seen
this is sports, but you have
not seen the Red Table Talk, go watch it. Jada basically was just like me and August was in an entanglement.
Oh, August Alsina.
Yeah, they were in an entanglement.
And
that's my new word now. Entanglement.
I feel like everybody's going to use entanglement to. It's not a situationship anymore.
It's an entanglement.
It's an entanglement.
It's an entanglement. Yeah, like I'm not in love. I'm
just entangled.
Hey, I'm here for it.
Okay, Jada.
Come on, Jada.
All right.
Woo.
All right. You know, I got my opinions on that. You know, people be chewing my head on it, but people feel the same exact way I do. You know what I'm saying? So
it's just an entanglement.
I mean,
it's just an entanglement.
Okay.
So what's first on the docket?
Well, so we got to talk about Mr. Patrick Mahomes. Okay. Mm-hmm. For all the people who've been living under a rock, he just made news. The Super Bowl MVP and champ signed a new deal, which made it the richest contract in NFL history and possibly sports history.
Yeah, he making big money.
Yeah, well, he signed a 10-year contract worth $503 million.
Okay, he making big money.
But I mean, the Chiefs definitely trying to keep this dude for like
a minute.
Yeah.
And I also read somewhere that he was like, he didn't know how to read defense at first. He was just playing.
I saw that. And
that's dangerous.
He reminds me, you mean in a good way or
in a good way? Like you have no idea like what you're on the field doing, but you just out here throwing the football.
That's just pure talent.
Pure talent.
You know, he reminds me of Steph Curry in a way.
Okay, how?
Just in how I know he's like a rookie, right? He played for like a couple seasons.
Yeah.
Though just in the way that he emerged, like, nobody knew who the heck he was.
Yeah.
He just kind of emerged out of nowhere.
Especially this past season.
Yeah, just like Steph Curry did. Like, Steph Curry played for a minute on the Warriors or whatever. Nobody knew who he was. But he just all of a sudden who is this kid? Mm-hmm. So, I feel like it's kind of, he reminds me of Steph Curry anyway. And they're both talented. They both led their team to the championship.
Yeah.
So
I just thought that was really interesting just for him to somebody say, like, I didn't know what I was doing at first, but I was making it work. Basically, like, just like in hindsight. Yeah. That's pure talent.
Yeah.
Because there's no way you finna be out here on my field and you don't know what you're doing. That's an automatic bench.
Yeah, well. So, in reality, in the NFL, it's not like MLB. In the NFL, you aren't guaranteed the whole amount.
Yeah.
And
it's a shorter span as far as a career, too.
True. So, in reality, the deal, it's a 10-year, $450 million extension that is added on to his 2-year that he has currently. So, with the $27 million that's remaining on his deal, that becomes the 12-year, $477 million deal. And then how we get to the $503 million figure, you got to add the $25 million in incentives.
Okay.
From them winning the Super Bowls. So he gets that over the life of the contract. So it's pretty much like $2.5 million through that whole contract.
Okay.
So $25 million in incentives plus $477 million. It's 503.
Making some money.
Jeez. So I read that he was, and it may be wrong, I'm not sure, but I read that he was guaranteed like $63 million, and then he has like $141 million in guaranteed if he gets injured or whatever.
Okay.
So I don't know how accurate that is. That's what I read.
Right.
But yeah.
Listen, I'm not mad at it because like he was really good. Like just from what I witnessed in the previous season, he was great.
Yeah.
And so if he took you to a championship and you trying to do that again and you want to keep him, hey, if you got the money.
If you got the, apparently we know they do.
If you got the money, you spend it. And that's what they doing.
So he has no trade clause.
Okay.
So yeah. So he'll be 36 when his contract is up. He'll still be pretty young.
Yeah,
I mean, he's kind of old in like football.
But Tom Brady is like what? Like
he's like 40 something.
Hey, and he going to the Bucks
Hey.
or the Buccaneers. So hey,
Hey.
if Tom Brady can have a long lasting career, like who says that Pat Mahomes can't?
So Pat Mahomes did say he wants at least 6 rings because he wants to be like, you know,
He
wants to be like
Tom?
yeah.
Okay.
In that sense, he's chasing his legacy, if you will.
I mean,
So he said he's gonna do whatever
it takes.
he can, he's gonna do whatever he can to try
I think that's
to get to that number.
I think that's good motivation.
Yeah,
That's excellent motivation to have.
yeah, but like so huge contracts like that is kind of like a jinx to me, because it's like this factors into it. So it's like you got to have caliber players around you, okay, to get to the Super Bowl,
Right.
or the playoffs, or the finals, or whatever. And then Mahomes has to play at that level that he did last season
Consistently.
exactly. And then you got injuries, fear of injuries. So
And that's the fear of getting older too.
yeah,
Because with every year or just with every new season, there's always gonna be like somebody new that can instantly take your spot.
exactly. Somebody new coming up and they forget all about you.
So you have to be consistent and play at that level. And I think that's how Tom Brady has sustained. Because like even though like it's been like newer players like who have come along and they're great, he's consistent. He's consistent. So
Okay.
I mean, but we just got to see. I think he's still early in his career. I'm not saying he won't be great.
Yeah,
Just got to see.
opportunity to grow. I
Yeah,
mean, it could go either way. Each season he get better and better, or that pressure though, like that pressure to
It's
like
heavy.
just after you win a championship, it's like gotta try to get another one.
It's because you want another one. Yeah,
True, but then this whole Corona thing is gonna be kind of like. I don't know. This is gonna be a mess.
Especially because like football already an outside sport.
Oh yeah. But if he continues to play the way he's playing, like the money will be well worth it. But like, here's the question: is he really worth it? Is he worth?
That's what I think. That's what he has to. I think that's what he. I think that's what he now has to prove.
That pressure, yeah.
Yeah, like I think now is when he has to prove it. Like you took them there and they won, and now you're being offered the big bucks. So now it's your turn to prove you are what you are worth, or you are like what they are offering you. You it's now his time to prove that I am that guy. I deserve this. I earned it. So yeah, he has to prove that now.
Okay.
So that's how I look at it.
Yeah. All the big names, they congratulated him. You know, you got LeBron. You know.
Hey, when I saw
Drew Brees did.
Hey,
you know?
Drew Brees can just, I mean, anyway, when I saw it, I was just like, oh,
his
yeah, I don't really like that. But when I saw it, I was.
But how many like we know he's mixed or whatever. But how many like black quarterbacks at this level? You know what I'm saying? Like getting all this money.
Isn't Russell Wilson a quarterback?
He is. But he ain't got this much.
I don't know. That's
a good look.
It is. It's a great look.
Just saying.
It's
No?
a great look. It's a great look.
Just
No, I was just asking because I was trying to figure out like was like Russell Wilson, was he a consistent top tier player? That's why I was asking if his position was a quarterback. I can see what you're saying. I get it. I get it. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's many, so this is a great look. This is an excellent look.
Yeah. So
I mean,
I'm happy
was
for
the quarterback.
Who?
Colin Kaepernick.
Oh yeah.
He was a quarterback.
Yeah, but yeah.
Don't get me started.
But no, I'm happy for Kansas City as a city, you know. I mean, look, don't be a hater.
Listen, I was all for the Chiefs because we don't have a football team
Anymore.
They packed up and moved to LA, but it's okay. It's okay.
Now, let's not talk about the XFL, but that's a different story. Anyway, I miss the XFL, y'all, like low key. I miss the XFL. So
they had a good 3 weeks.
Yeah, about 3-4 weeks.
And then the virus came in and then they just shut that down completely. Oh, that's a struggle.
Man.
It's a struggle.
Well, moving on to WNBA.
Okay.
Man, so we got to talk about the Atlanta Dream, one of the co-owners of the Atlanta Dream.
So if you are not aware, the Atlanta Dream, it is a team in the WNBA. The co-owner, her name is Kelly Loeffler. She had some very interesting things to say this week about the whole Black Lives Matter movement. So if you're not aware, the WNBA approved to have a Black Lives Matter sticker or patch sewn onto the players' jerseys for this season. And on like the back of the jerseys is going to be like different names of different people like Breonna Taylor and so forth. She was very critical of Black Lives Matter, just saying that she doesn't support it and that instead of putting a Black Lives Matter patch onto the jerseys to like replace that with the flag. I take issue with that because how are you a co-owner of a team? Half of your roster is Black women and you don't support the cause as to what they are standing for. They're Black women.
Keep in mind she's a Republican senator,
and she's
Georgia.
She's an Orange One supporter.
She's a Trump supporter. Yes.
So I mean, I guess at this point I feel like this should not be your position. If this is your viewpoint, I'm not saying she cannot have her viewpoint, but if you were in a position of a franchise like this and half of your roster is Black women and this is the way you feel and you think it is not correct and you don't support it and you want to like replace Black Lives Matter with the flag, you need to move along. This is not the place for you.
Yeah, so she wrote to the WNBA commissioner Kathy Engelbert.
Yep.
Just gonna kind of read what she said. So she said, I adamantly oppose the Black Lives Matter political movement, which has advocated for the defunding of police, called for the removal of Jesus from churches, and disruption of the nuclear family structure, harbored anti-Semitic views, and promoted violence and destruction across the country. I believe it is totally misaligned with the values and goals of the WNBA and the Atlanta Dream, where we support tolerance and inclusion. How are you supporting inclusion when... It's a lot of hypocrisy going on.
Like, but she also told Engelbert. She also said that she was incredibly disappointed to read about efforts to insert a political platform into the league, adding, "The truth is, we need less, not more politics in sports." She then said, like, in a time when polarizing politics is as like divisive as ever, sports has the power to be a unifying antidote. And now more than ever, we should be unified in our goal to remove politics from sports. You are a walking contradiction. How are you talking about being unified when you don't even support the cause that's
Well, first of all, it's not even that. She talks about unity when the WNBA is being unified for Black Lives Matter.
So she was
There-
she was talking to her. She was talking out the side of her neck, really. She was talking nonsense at this point.
She just wants people to support what she supports, basically.
And I will say, a lot of players who are on the who play for other WNBA teams, they came forward and was like, she needs to be removed because that is not the standing point as to how we feel in this league. This is a league of we support each other. This is a league of integrity. We all support Black Lives Matter. And I will say that Kelly Loeffler has not been in the day-to-day operations of it. So she is not in the day-to-day operations of her team, and she has not been since October of 2019. But she is still co-owner. She needs to not be a co-owner at this point. They need to buy her
So
out.
what about the other owner?
I haven't heard from the other owner. She's the only one that has made this type of statement. And so I'm going to assume she did it just because she is a Senator 1 of Georgia. But you could have kept these comments to yourself.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, like the players like Cheryl Swoops, Skylar Diggins, Natasha Cloud, Alicia Clark, and Sue Bird, like they've asked
Stewart.
Engelbert to remove Loeffler from the Dreams.
And a couple of those players, I think her name is I know her last name is Clarendon.
It's like Laisha.
She played for the Atlanta Dream previously, and she was like, I've had dinner at this lady's house.
Right.
If she would have knew what she knows now, she was like, I'm just so disgusted. Renee Montgomery, she plays for the Atlanta Dream, or she's currently on their roster. She is not playing this new season that's going to start in July because she wants to focus on what's going on in the world with the social injustices. I saw on Twitter that she was like, I want to have a conversation with her and just understand her viewpoint, and for me to explain why. Just to explain the way that she feels or what she said, it's wrong. She wants to have a sit down with her. I mean, she's a bigger person than I am, because I wouldn't want to have a conversation. You need to find a new dish. I'm not with it. Half of your roster is African American women. And
they don't
this
care.
is how you feel about them. You're telling them basically they don't matter.
Yeah, they've actually compared her to Donald Sterling.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, in a sense. But the WNBA, they had something to say about that, y'all. So they said the WNBA is based on the principle of equal and fair treatment of all people, and we, along with the teams and players, will continue to use our platforms to vigorously advocate for social justice. Kelly Loeffler has now served, as you said, she hasn't served for governor of the Atlanta Dream since October 2019. She was also Kelly Loeffler was also on Laura Ingraham. Fox News, how
That's
fitting.
wild. How fitting.
How fitting.
How fitting.
So she was asked whether there's any chance that she sell the share of the team, and she said no.
She needs to.
This is what she tweeted. She said, "My message is simple. We should unite around the American flag. We should keep politics out of sports. We shouldn't promote movements that encourage violence."
That's that whole thing when the lady told LeBron and Kevin Durant shut up.
Yeah, Laura Ingraham said that.
That's come on. That's childish. That's childish, and it's disrespectful. These people, one, they are athletes, but that's only one aspect of who they are.
It's funny you said that, because the player, Clarendon, she said that that's what we see so often in sports, with culture, with music, that you're okay with black people as long as they kind of stay in their place and performing, or they're sports stars.
And that's only one aspect as to who they are. They are more than just a person who can score a basket. They are people who can still support and be a part of politics and still want to invoke a change. And so for you to feel sports, it should not be political. If anything, sports should be more political just because of the platform they have. They have the power to speak up and do a whole lot more and get people involved.
Yeah, but you got people so I watch sports to get away from all the politics.
Oh, trash.
Blah, 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 blah. But I mean,
But to say that the movement is violent, let's not go there.
it's not even violent at all. We don't want nothing but equality. Like, we don't want nothing.
Let's not.
We
go
not
there.
trying to hurt y'all like y'all trying to hurt us.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Dude.
So yeah, I'm just gonna give you my opinion. I feel like she needs to be bought out, or she needs to give up her share, however she wants to go about it, because this is not the place for her. I don't like her views at all.
Yeah. So she don't want us supporting politics, but she's bringing up the American flag. Okay, never mind. Okay.
She can go to hell.
That's not being a hypocrite.
It's garbage at that point.
How more political can you get with the American flag? All right. Yeah.
She can go to. You know where she can go. She can go. She can go.
Boy.
That's crazy. Like when I read it, I was like, you are a co-owner of a WNBA team. Half of your roster is black women, and these are your views, and you think this is okay. That's the problem. And she doesn't even see that that's the problem. That's what I don't like.
I don't know.
Trash. Trash. What is next on the docket?
Well, got some tidbits. So as you know, we still dealing with this whole like Black Lives Matter movement. Many sports leagues and like players have been showing their support for the Black Lives Matter movement. So the Raptors, the Toronto Raptors, they their team buses has a Black Lives Matter message when they arrived at the Orlando campus.
Okay.
So that's what's up. Steph Curry, he honored Breonna Taylor with custom Black Lives Matter golf shoes during the American Century Championship.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yep. So I also kind of want to talk about, before that, the MLS, you know, they resumed their season. They actually, during the start of the game, like the first night, players were like raising their fists, and you know, during the national anthem, they were wearing like Black Lives Matter shirts. Some of the shirts said like "Black and proud," "Silence is violence," "Black all the time."
I'm here for it.
Yeah, they did a silent protest before the start of the match, so that was pretty cool.
I'm here for it. All of it.
Yeah, and then also, what baseball team? I forgot what baseball team that was. I think it was the Reds. Don't quote me on that, but they had like Black Lives Matter shirts as well. So
I like that. I'm ready for that. I mean, anything to. If you have a platform, use it. Be positive about it. Use it. So I'm here for all of those great shows supporting the Black Lives Matter movement, because it's a real thing. It is not violent. It is just to say that we're here and we're people. Because listen, people tired.
now also, I don't know if you heard about this whole jersey swap ban, the NFL. Okay, so basically NFL teams will be forbidden. So basically players can't exchange jerseys after like the game.
Okay.
So they have to be within 6 feet of each other. And the jersey swaps are going to be prohibited during the season.
Okay. That makes sense.
Well, I don't know about that, because so also there's not going to be any fans.
That's
okay.
the sad part.
Right. Both teams got to travel to the stadium via bus. The media is going to be banned from the locker room as well.
Okay.
So, but here's the thing with the whole like banning the jersey swap thing. So you telling me you gonna ban a jersey swap, but players are gonna be in contact mode for what, like 2 hours?
Listen,
what is the point of banning a jersey swap when they gonna be in? It's a contact sport. You trying to prevent corona, but they gonna be in contact the whole time. So what is why are you banning a jersey swap?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's stupid.
Because it's already contact sport. I was gonna say, I guess to prevent the exchange of it,
But they're gonna be.
it's a contact sport, so I get what you're saying. they already touching each other and falling on each other. I don't know.
It's stupid.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it. And like the players, like the NFL players, some of them was like, they was pointing out the same thing I'm saying. Like, what's the point?
It's already a contact sport.
Like, just say it's not safe to play if that's the case, because it's not.
It's not, but here we are. But here we are, because it's definitely not safe to play. But here we are. But I definitely get what you're saying. It's already contact sport. Like, why ban this particular thing? I get it. I mean, at this point, I'm not questioning nothing that these teams do, because we're just out here having... we're just out here having sports. If you wonder why I'm pausing, it's because Chris is over here taking photos, and it's just... I cannot. But it's really weird. It's really weird. But the whole thing is weird. Oh, I do want to point out that about a week ago, I may be mispronouncing his name, but his name is McCord Maker. He committed and said that he is going to be playing for HBCU.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Listen.
Yeah, so he hopes that people will follow his lead and do the same.
Because a lot of players like who go out and play D1, in most cases they do not go to HBCUs.
Right.
If you don't know what an HBCU is, it is a historically black college or university. And so most D1 players like who want to go and play and be, scouted and drafted into like the professional league, they do not go to like HBCUs, that they go to other universities.
Right.
Which are D1s. Now, I will say there are some D1 HBCUs. If you don't know what they are, please look it up, because there are some. I don't know them all, but I do know there are D1 HBCUs. I think that's great of him to do that. I think that's a good
he's changing the
narrative.
whole
Change the narrative.
It's a good look.
Good look. So congrats to that young man. I wish him all the best on his new journey at his HBCU, because listen, HBCUs are finna be the wave in a minute. They finna be the wave. They should have already been the wave. Let's say that. They should have already been the wave. So, if you have not been following the news or sports, I hope you have, but the NBA and WNBA teams, they have made their way to Florida, and they are in their bubbles.
They are.
And some of the NBA players have been posting photos of the food they've been getting.
Yeah, like J.R. Smith.
It looks like Jill.
Oh, it do.
Not too bad, but like they get it in like a bag. I think it's just it's so social distance. it's so social distance. Joel Embiid, he showed up to the bubble in a hazmat suit.
Hey, I don't blame him, but
he taking all the precautions.
Hey, do what you gotta do.
A few of the players on the WNBA, I think they played for the Minnesota Lynx. They were out like taking a walk, and they were nowhere near. They were legit taking a walk together 6 feet apart. Type of walking is this? Can't even have a conversation. I have to yell across the street at you. But hey, you do what you have to do.
I feel like, I don't know. Some of them gonna get corona. I already know.
Oh yeah, it's gonna spread.
It's bound to happen.
It's gonna spread. And they in Florida already. It's already high in Florida. This bubble is only gonna last for so long.
I don't think it's gonna last.
You don't think so?
Nope.
It's just, I just want to see how I'm really disappointed that these players have to play without fans. That's what's disappointing. I mean, to me, that's what's disappointing.
It's just like a practice.
Yeah.
like a practice.
So, like, if there is no fans, like, how do you expect these players to give their all in the game? They feed off of fan energy. So Thursday night, TNT was back.
Oh, yeah. I think it was back last week.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Okay. I will say that I did miss it this past Thursday, but I do know they were back. Mm-hmm. Listen, I love watching Shaq, Ernie, Charles and Kenny. So make sure y'all check them out on Thursdays because TNT is back. It's so weird. Sports is back, but then it's weird.
So, okay, I got a question for you. So, which sports league are you excited
The most.
to have come back? Think about it.
Okay, if I'm gonna be honest, I would say basketball, and that's NBA and WNBA, but it's a shorter season, so I'm not too sure because I'm not sure if certain teams who are playing and who you thought were gonna reach the playoffs before Corona, I'm not sure if they. It's gonna be a whole different team post Corona. It's a whole different team before Corona, like than it is now. So that's what is kind of giving me not the anxiety, but the little.
That's why I said this whole season gonna be an asterisk.
Yeah, because
Honestly,
before Corona, the Lakers were top team, Clippers, Bucks. Now, and it's so many players who may not be playing because of whether they are sick or whether they want to focus on other things. Mm-hmm. This season is just up in the air, and the same for the WNBA too. But honestly, I'm not sure if hockey is officially back yet. I know.
So their season starts August 1st.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited for hockey because I want us to defend our championship, but it's gonna be so hard.
Oh my God!
Because the Blues were on the road
they
also
were.
Before the coronavirus came.
Was on it.
So who knows what it's gonna look like once they start
gonna
playing?
Be messed up.
That's gonna be the struggle.
If they lose, I'm not counting it.
I'm not counting it at all. It doesn't count. The 2019-2020 season does not count.
I don't care if that's being petty. I'm not counting
count. It don't count. This is a season that is garbage. This season,
oh my God,
does not count.
I'm interested in I'm sure most people still not gonna watch football, but I'm just interested in how that's gonna play out. Speaking
of football, I'm sure some of our listeners and maybe even you are probably already hip to it, but I've just started watching All American.
No, I haven't watched it.
Oh, please watch it. It is a great show. It is on Netflix, and the first 2 seasons are already on there. It's about a football team. It's a high school football team, but it's really good.
Is Tay Diggs in there?
Yeah.
Okay, I saw him in there. Okay.
Every time I think of Tay Diggs, I want to just bust out and sing a song from Rent. You know, because he was in Rent. Have you never seen Rent? Oh my. Okay, let's end this because I feel disrespected.
Here we go again.
You've never
I
seen
don't watch musicals,
You've never seen the Mighty Ducks?
Wait, speaking of the Mighty Ducks, I DVR'd the first Mighty Ducks, so I'll get back to you on that.
You DVR'd it, but you just haven't watched it. Okay.
It's in my DVR, taking up space. I will get back to you on it.
Chris, have you seen Rent?
Rent is not up my alley.
Thank you.
I'm in the wrong studio.
Thanks, Chris.
I just.
She's offended. She's offended.
I'm
again.
offended. So you've never heard of 525,600
minutes.
Of
course, I heard.
I saw him do it on an episode of The Office as like a tribute to it.
She's like The Office for real.
I've never even seen The Office.
Oh, we getting on you now. I'm offended.
Now we've got a problem.
Exactly. You never seen The Office?
What's the problem?
The problem is you've never seen The Office.
What is the problem?
Wow. Bye.
What is the problem?
Bye.
I've seen Rent.
Okay.
That's what matters. That I've seen Rent. That's what matters.
Wow.
I bet that lady down in Atlanta has seen Rent too.
Who, Kelly Loeffler? She can go to hell. Chris, I don't even know her, and she's on my shit list.
I wonder sometimes what goes through people's heads.
Yeah, I think she was drunk.
Sure will.
Pain pills.
Who knows? These are all just jokes, people. I mean, I don't like her views, but maybe she was a little bit drunk. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Great episode.
Yeah.
Listen, hopefully when the sports come, we have a bunch of content.
Listen.
But for right now, listen, we pulling for y'all. We trying to give y'all great things, you know?
Are you guys going to go to any of these drive-up concerts?
I am. Oh, yeah. I'm going to see Nelly this Sunday. Yes.
First of all,
She been a hater again.
Listen, Cornell, St. Louis all day. But Cornell Haynes lost me at that versus battle, okay?
That Wi-Fi is,
Not even that. He
was
didn't even
trouble.
play number one. Like, how do you not play number one?
Cornell lost. He didn't play no Saint Lunatic songs. He could have
Barely.
He could have hit him with Batter Up. Like what? Listen, Cornell.
I'm still going to support. I'm still going. I'm going.
I'm just not trying to be sitting in my car getting my vibe on. So
You can get out of your car. You know that though.
Coronavirus.
You have to wear a mask when you get out the car.
What's the point? Get out the car then. The mask is already hard
So
to
you
breathe
can
in.
dance and enjoy
The
yourself.
mask already hard to breathe in.
until you start sweating too much.
Exactly. It's already hard to breathe
I would
in.
talk a big game and be like, "Oh, this is gonna be so fun! I'm gonna love it." And then I would get out and like move. I'm like, it's
They'd be
kinda
like,
hot.
"Ugh."
My air conditioning's really nice." Yeah.
Exactly.
They're gonna have screens and stuff, so you can still see.
Well, you had to tell us how it was next
I will
week.
definitely let y'all know how it went. I will.
Because listen, coronavirus.
It's gonna be the first drive-in experience, so it's gonna be interesting.
Okay. Before we leave, I'm going to tell you guys one more time the word of the year: entanglement. Entanglement. That's it. That's all.
Wow.
As always, I am Bree Nicole.
And I'm Vicky D.
We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.
Hey, man, what the do y'all know about sports?